All of this over videos purportedly showing Hindi-speaking migrants being assaulted in the state. And these videos, in fact, had gone viral over the last week. Now, K. Annamalai, the BJP chief in the state, has made a huge claim saying that DMK has always been against the North Indians. He's further gone on to also claim that DMK should not use North-South divide as an issue. Tamil Nadu BJP chief has also hit out at MK Stalin government, saying that he has been booked for speaking the truth. Remember, there have been FIRs that have been lodged against Mr. Annamalai, and he also goes on to say that he's not scared of all of those FIRs. Meanwhile, the LJP MP Chirag Paswan met with the Tamil Nadu governor, Mr. R.N. Ravi, the visuals of which we are putting forth for our viewers. He, in fact, submitted a memorandum on the fake videos and also the attacks. Now, remember, yesterday, the Tamil Nadu governor had also appealed to the workers to not panic as fears of a potential exodus of the workers back to their home states was doing the rounds.
My first question to you.
Namaste, sir.
You have been accused of fear-mongering. An FIR has been registered against you. How would you want to respond?
Sir, after I joined the political party, our Bharatiya Janata Party, in the last 20 odd months, this is my 87th FIR in Tamil Nadu. Normally, this 86 FIR still now are various sections for violating something. This is the first time they have booked some serious offences. That too for a statement I have released condemning the DMK government for fueling hatred in Tamil Nadu for the last 70 years. And I have given a very point-by-point rebuttal of what DMK person has spoken at which point of time. Some senior DMK ministers have called our North Indian friends as Pani Puri Wala. They are fit to work only in roadside. They can only come and wash utensils here. And more importantly, they have said, illiterate people, Gomutra gang. This is the kind of language used by DMK leaders, MPs, ministers over the last 1 year in Tamil Nadu. In fact, the current Chief Minister, Sri M.K. Stalin, when he was the opposition leader, he has mentioned a lot of North Indians coming inside Tamil Nadu, and thereby they'll become BJP voters. They should be stopped. So I issued a statement based on which the police have said, no, you have issued very false statements, trying to create fear. We are going to book a case. So booking case is nothing new against us. Only thing is, at least this phase has shown the whole of India what DMK party is all about. DMK was fueling hate-mongering, fear-mongering, all those things over the last many years, especially in the last 10 years when they were in the opposition. But booking a case against me, I believe, is the biggest joke what DMK can do after they have come to power, sir. He should believe, he or she, that is an integral part of Tamil Nadu and is helping Tamil Nadu to grow, India to grow. That is a welcome attitude. In Tamil Nadu, it is not like that. We all welcome everybody at the ground level, but DMK is like every single opportunity, they find an opportunity to hit back. Don't use North-South divide, which will go out of control. Luckily, parties like BJP and many other parties, we stood with government for the last 1 week. As we speak now, sir, our BJP leaders are in Coimbatore, Tirupur and Chennai, visiting all the migrant laborers in their hostel rooms, camps, meeting North Indian leaders, talking to them, giving them confidence along with industry leaders.
हम बार बार कहते हैं जो लोग नफरत की राजनीति कर रहे हैं, घृणा फैला रहे हैं, उससे बचने की जरूरत है। अभी कोई बात हम कह नहीं सकते जब तक हमारी टीम नहीं कहती, लेकिन वहाँ के डीजीपी, वहाँ की पुलिस, वहाँ के मुख्यमंत्री, वहाँ के लेबर मिनिस्टर तो यही कह रहे कि ऐसी कोई घटना नहीं हुई, लेकिन फिर भी लोगों ने चिंता जायज की तो हम लोगों ने टीम भेजा है।
Let me bring in my colleagues Saurav Rathore and Purnima, who is joining us live from on the broadcast. Purnima, I'll come to you first. The statement that Mr. Annamalai goes on to make can be read as a certain U-turn. However, he's also going on to further accuse the DMK government, claiming that even though there have been so many FIRs against him, this one, where he's been booked under severe offences, is something that is a first. And this talks about the autocracy of the DMK government in the state. Considering there are leaders that are now coming from Bihar, after what has ensued after he put out that tweet with that video, how is the BJP really choosing to defend all of that?
Well, the BJP says that there is fear among the migrant labourers and has also cited the statements made by the DMK ministers and MPs in the past, and says that the DMK time and again through the ministers, through the MPs, have tried to create a north-south divide, and also cited MK Stalin as an opposition leader, saying that employment should be given to Tamilians first, and all these statements have not gone down well with the migrant labourers, is the BJP's defence, and says that it's not new that an FIR is being registered, but in terms of creating panic, the DMK government through the statements have tried to create the panic, is what the BJP says. However, Tamil Nadu police say that these are false information, these statements are misleading and make incite violence and promote enmity between the two groups, and therefore they filed cases against Annamalai, while Annamalai and the BJP say that there is a huge rush of migrant labourers trying to leave the state in the name of Holi, and industrialists, especially the MSMEs associations, are worried if this might in fact create panic, because there are many families who are now trying to call the loved ones who are in Tamil Nadu, asking them to come back. So there is a panic situation of sort, and that should not happen, which is why the Tamil Nadu government and the police time and again say that everyone is safe, and even governor has appealed for
But
calm. considering that
Purnima,
there's been a
what
huge
is the
rush
reality
of
on
migrant
ground?
labourers.
Has there been a real worry of what is being claimed when it is about the exodus of the migrant workers in the state of Tamil Nadu? What does the ground reality really say?
Well, if you look at the MSME sector in the state, more than 60 to 70% of them are migrant labourers, and these are people who work primarily in Coimbatore and Tirupur belts, and they usually go to celebrate Holi, and then they come back after a few days or sometimes even a month. So this is something that's not new, but false propaganda is being used, is the narrative that the trade association tell us, but we'll have to wait and see how many of them actually come back and continue to work, because if they don't come back, then these industries, especially the MSME sectors, will take a hit. So we'll have to wait and see how much of it is true when we'll know how many people actually come back to the state after their Holi holidays.
All right. Saurav, I'll bring you in here. Considering this is what has been the normal course around a festival, especially that is heavily celebrated in North India, there is a movement of the migrant workers out of the southern states, and that is the norm. Do you think that has been used to the BJP's advantage, trying to actually go ahead and back the claims that were made by Mr. Annamalai? Now that he has shot from the mouth, there needs to be some sort of a justification that needs to come in, and hence these statements have been made?
See, if we talk about the migrants, they are indeed they are coming in larger number. What they, the kind of crowd in the trains seen this year is far more than what last year was seen. As we tried to speak to the railway officials and our sources at the railway stations, where they can see the trains coming from the south, and it's completely overcrowded. So one can, and also we try to talk to some of the laborers who have returned from Tirupur district as well as Coimbatore. They all are saying that although they haven't seen what the video had shown, and
Yes.
they didn't come across any kind of violence, but the words had already spread, and there is not only the fear is instilled in the laborers, but back home their families are worried whether their the migrants will come back
But Saurav, I
safely
do
or
want
not.
to understand,
So,
considering
why-
leaders like Chirag Paswan have in fact headed to the state of Tamil Nadu, there are statements that have been made by Tejasvi Yadav. Is that instilling fear in the minds of the laborers who probably are working in other states, and their families are kind of worried about their safety there?
Maybe, see, this political war of words had already begun 3 days back, but till then, by then the harm was already done. The libraries the laborers, they had already got messages and videos on their social media platforms, on their phones. So they were misled by those videos as claimed by Bihar police as well as Tamil Nadu police. But the political war of words have also added fuel to the fire.